As you know, I love brunch, and on a recent trip to Cancun, I had the most delicious eggs with refried beans. Oh my God, they were amazing. So get ready. You're gonna learn how to make Huevos Rancheros because that's what we're cooking today, and you are gonna love it. Let's cook. Rancho means ranch or farm, therefore ranchero means from the farm, right? So this is a farmer's breakfast. That is why it's so hearty, and it's something that can hold you all throughout the day, even to dinner. That's why I think it's a perfect brunch item. Huevos Rancheros need salsa, and yes, you can buy it, but I think that if you make your own, you'll take it way to the next level. Black beans are also a part of the dish, and again, you can use a can or you can make your own. I'm gonna show you how to make your own. I'm gonna use an Instapot, a pressure cooker, but it's not that difficult to make. Now, you can use the whole bean or you can make refried beans, which is, to me, a next level taste because they add great texture as well as flavor. Like with tacos and many Mexican dishes, the tortilla has a starring role, so make sure you get a good one that is fresh. And lastly, you can top them with a little queso fresco and maybe even a slice of avocado. Oh my God, I cannot wait. Let's go. First, we're gonna get organized. The French call this mise en place, and all mise en place is having all the tools and ingredients that you need right in front of you. Cooking is always about ingredients, time, and temperature. That's why it's so important to get the best ingredients possible. So first we're gonna prep all the ingredients and put them in what we call the conga line, which is nothing but the order that they show up in the recipe. Mise en place is less stress. Let's prep. And now it's time for shoutouts. These are the people that are cooking our food, taking pictures and letting us know about it. You should try that. Man, my brother Hugo is at it again. He made the taco trifecta and it looked amazing. Roy Maltese competing with Kathy. So Roy made the crab cakes, Kathy made the lentil soup, and they both look great. And lastly, our friend Lucy Guerra, she keeps on cooking our recipes and she forgets to take the pictures, but I know she's doing it because she tells me all the time. So Lucy, I want to see some pictures. And if you cook something and you're not able to send us a picture, write us a comment right on YouTube on the comments, right? And put your name and just give us a description. We'll love that too. And we're gonna give you shout outs. And you can also send us comments and or pictures via Instagram at Gus in the Kitchen. We love it when you cook our food. It just makes us happy and it encourages us to do more. Keep them coming. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is a red salsa ranchera. This is very simple. Roma tomatoes, onions, garlic, and a serrano chile, right? Now, we're gonna roast this in the oven. The oven's been preheated to 350. We're just gonna actually add a little bit of water, because it's gonna help like steam this a little bit, not too much, right? And then we're just gonna wrap it up with aluminum foil very tightly. And in it goes for half an hour. Okay, so now for the beans. We are gonna use a pressure cooker. This is the Instapot, right? Now, you may not have one. If you don't, I mean, I suggest you buy one day. They are amazing. But anyway, if you don't, you can use a regular pot. Now, can you use canned beans? You probably can, and you can try them. But this is the first time that I personally gonna do these beans in the Instapot, but I think it's gonna be fantastic because all this does is just cuts the time down to like maybe 1/3 of the time, right? Now, the other thing that we did was that we soaked the beans overnight. So what that does is just makes them a little plumper and they will cook more evenly and faster. Okay, now the Instapot recipe says on their booklet, it says that it'll take about 8 minutes. I'm not sure, so I'm gonna go for 12 minutes and see, you know, we may have to add a little bit more time, but I think it's gonna be fine. All right, so, and this is great because it's all a one pot deal. So we're just gonna add the beans, okay, all this garlic, the salt, the onion, the cilantro, and you know what? I had this green onion and I decided why not, I'm gonna add it too. Now, the original recipe that I was using is from Mexico and they use a leaf or an herb called epazote. Very difficult to find here unless you go to a Mexican grocery store. I couldn't find it, so I just decided to use cilantro, okay? I think it would be great. All right, now we are gonna add water to this and the beans will double in size. So you wanna make sure that you are below the 50% mark here on the Instapot. I think that should be good. Okay, so what we need to do now is cover the lid. Okay, we're gonna hit pressure cook and now we're gonna do the time. It defaults to 45 minutes. We're gonna do 15 minutes. I just want to make sure. And I don't really care if they, it's very almost impossible to overcook these beans, black beans, but I am gonna process them later. I'm gonna put them in a blender or an immersion blender so I can cook them, okay? So I can refry them. Now, it's on already, and this is the beauty of this, that you don't need to touch this thing until it's done, okay? So we got the salsa cooking in the oven, we got the beans in the Instapot, and all we need to do right now is wait, but not that long. Okay, so this is ready. Amazingly, this was absolutely done in 15 minutes. I mean, if you don't have one of these Instapots, you need one, I promise you. Okay, so here it is. And you can probably notice that we didn't add a lot of these different ingredients. Like if I was doing this the way I would do this as a soup or even black beans, I would probably add a lot more different things. But here, you want just kind of a subtle black bean flavor when you do your refried beans. And you are gonna add onions also to the pan when you're frying them. So just trust the process. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is you can either take this, put it in a blender, or use one of these immersion blenders. We're gonna use this right in this spot right here, okay? And we just wanna blend most of those beans, okay? And the garlic and everything else is in there. Oh, I did take out the piece of onion. By the way, you don't even have to use the onion. The original recipe didn't have it, but I had it there, so I added it, and the spring onion. And I took out the cilantro, okay? But the garlic's still there, so we're gonna blend that in. Okay, so we already blended our beans. Now we are gonna cook the onion. I'm gonna lower this heat here. You just want to cook this for 2 to 3 minutes. Just get it translucent. Okay, so we are gonna start adding the beans. I'm gonna do a little bit more. Okay, so guys, this is kind of the consistency you're looking for. Obviously, there is no specific way and you go to how you like it, but you want to make sure that this is spreadable, but it's still creamy, right? So you can spread it on your tortilla, but it's still creamy. So what we're gonna do now is just turn that off and we're gonna taste for salt. And it's a little bit, mix it up and taste again, right? And I'm gonna use the same spoon because I'm the one eating this. If not, use a different spoon. All right, so this is done. Okay, so now we're gonna do the red ranchero salsa. Look, this came out of the oven right here. And it's awesome, you can just cook everything in one pot. So you wanna make sure that you put everything in there, including the juices, especially the juices, because you want some, this sauce needs to be a little bit liquid, right? Okay, so lower this and make this easier for myself. And nice pinch of salt. Okay, so we're gonna start slow here. Okay, you want to make sure that everything just blends together, because you don't want to have, especially a piece of serrano pepper that is way too big. It's nice and spicy. And you know what? A little bit more salt. Salting tomato sauces is kind of tricky because they're so sweet, right? And now we're talking. So we got the salsa, we got the refried beans, and now we're gonna fry a little bit the tortillas and then fry the eggs and assemble the whole thing together. Okay, so now we're gonna fry the tortilla, and when I say fry, I don't mean deep fry. We just wanna get a little bit toasty, but not hard, okay? Because that would be a tostada. That's a different thing, okay? So here we go. Yeah, you see how they get, like they kind of inflate, they get kind of fluffy, and that's nice. You see, it's a little bit hard, but still soft enough. So you want to drain it as much as possible. Okay, and put it there. We're gonna add more oil here. Okay, and we want to fry the eggs in here. You really how do you fry eggs? Well, it's really up to you. We want to do it sunny side up, and if this oil gets too hot, they're gonna ruffle like that, and that's one way of doing it. I don't need them like that. I just want to make sure. You see, that's probably too high already, so I'm gonna lower that a little bit. Okay, and I just want to wait for the white to cook a little bit, and then you start adding oil like this on the white, okay? But I'm gonna let it cook like that for a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm gonna spread some of this. See here, I can use a napkin to add a little bit, the paper towel, and I'm gonna spread some of the refried beans here, just like that. Okay, and that's pretty much it. You want this egg to be as runny as possible. Okay, now I did put them together, so I'm gonna just kind of cut them in half there, separate them. I should have done one by one, but you know, you improvise as you go, right? So here we go. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna put salt and pepper actually. Some salt there, put some pepper. And we're gonna put some of this ranchero salsa like all over the egg. I wanna leave the yolk exposed, so it looks like an egg. I'm gonna do a little bit of this queso fresco on top. And it would be nice to get some avocado, right? That'll be fantastic. But anyway, maybe I can add one for the second bite. You know what? I decided I cannot eat this without my avocado. So here it is. And we are ready finally for taste test. Now, come and see. This egg yolks will be runny, nice and runny. Yeah, nice and runny. And just gonna go ahead and, oh my goodness, look at this. Look how runny it is. Ooh. Oh, this avocado. I'm gonna dance jarabe tapatio, which is the Mexican version of Yummy Dance. I love it when I surprise myself. I just love it. This is so freaking good. And now I'm sad that I only made 2. I should have made 14. Oh my God. In fact, I think I can do a little bit more spicy. Because this is brunch mimosa. This is just orange juice and champagne. Use any champagne you want, Prosecco, anything works. Works like a charm. Oh my God. Now, I want Joanna to taste this and she'll tell you, because she is going on a no carb eating magical thing that she's doing, right? Now, this girl's already beautiful and she wants to get even more beautiful. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. But for sure, I cannot be eating like this all the time, right? I'm gonna call her anyway after this bite because I want her to try and make a bite for her that can work. But Wow. Oh wow. Joanna, you have to give me that camera and turn around, and I beg you, maybe just for the last time ever, just one little piece of tortilla. Just try it with the tortilla, just with the egg yolk on this one. Just maybe the last time. I mean, you need to know what this is like. Come on, let's trade places.
Okay, it's very hard to do a diet around my husband, so. Wow. Yummy dance. The sauce.
I'm telling you, this is like out of this world.
It just works. I'll take a little bit. Not tortilla this time. It's so good, babe. So sad you're making this now. So freaking good.
It's amazing.
I hate you for it.
It's amazing.
Wow.
This
was amazing.
Man.
Oh, so
Wow.
good. I can't even have that.
No,
But-
so don't have it. I mean, I know you're doing it. I know you're doing awesome. You're doing great. This is your first week, and then I'm sorry that I put you through this, but you know what?
It was really good.
It's just.
You guys need to make this. This is amazing.
Man, this was freaking amazing. I'm telling you guys, I said every show, but you have to try this one. It is not that difficult, and if you don't have an Instant Pot, you should get one. It is a great investment, $80 or something like that, maybe even $100 for the one with all the features, and it's just so handy. You can do so many things there. But
I use it.
I mean, it's really something, and this is something that you can do, a brunch that you can do for a lot of people. You know why? Because once you have the salsa, once you have the refried beans, all of that is just assembly. In fact, everyone can assemble their own, but it's just frying the eggs. You can do this for 4, 6, 8, 10 people in your house, and no problem. So
And it's fun, and it's beautiful.
And it's fun, and it's beautiful, and it's different. Okay.
It's delicious.
Now, 4 things: subscribe, hit like, share with your friends, and
Cook it.
cook it. Guys, you need to try it. I promise you, you are gonna love this one. And you know what? We are going from homey ranch style food from Mexico to, I don't know exactly where this originated, but I know it's fancy, but it's simple and it's hearty and delicious. We are gonna make lobster bisque.
Oh,
Perfect for this weather. Man, I cannot wait. Come back and see us.